Hey y'all, welcome to Cuppy's Crochet Cove, and today we're going to be making a pair of fingerless gloves for toddlers. Today I'm using, what color is this? Royal blue? Yeah, it's called Royal. But you don't have to use this. You can use whatever color you prefer. And again, I'm using worsted weight yarn, not mentioning the name because, I don't want to get messed up with copyright. So anyway, our hook is a size G in American terms, or 4.25 millimeters. So to get started, we're going to make a slip knot and chain 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now in the second hook from the chain, you're going to single crochet 1, and in each of the remaining chains for a total of 10. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and as soon as I get into here, by the way, I changed the background, if you want to call it that, to white, hoping that you could see better than the dark gray that I had. So if that's better, let me know. So at the end of 10 single crochets, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to be working in the back loop only. So for row 2, what I like to do, a little trick, is I take my hook and I grab the front loop, and I just push it through the back. Seems like on the very first one, it gives me a little bit of a hassle. So that's what I do on the first one. And then on the rest of the single crochets, I'm back loop only for the remaining, how many ever after that would be? 9. So we're just going to continue along working the back loop only for the remainder, and since I'm already at the end, I'm going to go ahead and finish this on camera. I gotta zoom because if I don't, my camera will cut off on its own, and I'm not a tech savvy kind of person, so I'm not sure on how to fix that just yet. And the little thing it came with, the instruction manual, whatever, I can't read it because the print's too tiny. So anyway, at the end of row 2, you're going to chain 1 and turn. And row 3 is going to be the same. So what I want you to do, I'm going to put mine down now. So you're going to continue this. This is row 1, row 2, and now you're going to go from row 3 all the way through 20. And whenever you finish row 20, I will meet you right back here where we will continue. And at the end of row 20, you're not going to chain 1. And I'll explain when we get there. Okay, now I'm at the end of row 20, and where you started, your foundation row, down here at the bottom, your tail should be coming out of the right side, and where you're working should be coming out of the left side. So corner to corner. And you should have 10 ridges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, you're going to want to fold it in half. Now, going into, oops, I'm going kind of crooked here. We're not going to work along here. We're going to work half and half where the tail is coming out. So fold it in half, and from here you are going to, remember, don't chain 1. Going into the back loop here on the very first, on the other side, slip stitch, and going into your next back loop, back loop because you only want to go through 2 loops. Actually, I think on the first I went through 3, but got in a hurry and didn't say that. So I'm looking for my third, and I'm using dark yarn, so it's kind of hard for me to see. But you're going to slip stitch 10 all the way across. I think it's 10. Yeah, 10 all the way across, and I will be right back as soon as my goofy self gets this done. And I just realized, I think what I was doing whenever I was on camera, because I was being goofy, is I was single crocheting. But a slip stitch, you're going to go through 2, 3, no yarning over. Yeah, 2 and 3. So you're going to have 2, I'm losing it. You're going to go through 2 loops and then 1, but again, you're not yarning over, so you're not creating a single crochet. Just slip stitch across, and I'll be back. Okay, that would be the hard part. That's the hardest part there is for me anyway. From here, it's pretty simple. So anyway, now that we have slip stitched all the way across, 10 slip stitch, your tail will be on the same end where you're now going to be working. We're going to be working in the round here. So chain 1 and turn your work to the side. Now where we made our first chain 1 stitch, you're going to single crochet directly back into there, and if you don't want to sew like me, you're just going to single crochet over this. So there's 1 single crochet, and into the next where you see the little ridge, single crochet into that one, and in between there and the ridge there's another single crochet, and now you're on the ridge again. So now you have 4 single crochets, and you're going to continue doing that all the way around, ridge between, until you get to 20 single crochets. So whenever you're on this side of it, go ahead and count, make sure you have 10, and then you know you'll have 10 on the other side until you get back to where you first started. So 20 single crochets all the way around this little cuff. Okay, so now I have my 20 single crochets all the way around. Sorry about the dark yarn. I tried to do it in a different color, but it didn't work. That's another story. Anyway, you're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet, not into the chain, but the first single crochet, chain 1, and for round 2 you're going to single crochet into each of those 20 crochets, including into the very first single crochet. So there's 1, 2, and go all the way around, and you'll have a total of 20, and I will meet you back here at our first single crochet for round 3. Okay, whoop, here we are, round 3. Slip stitch into here to start round 3, chain 1, and here we're going to increase, so we're going to single crochet 2 times into our first single crochet. So there's 1 and 2. Now into the next 8 stitches we are going to single crochet 1 time into 8. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm struggling to get more yarn over here. And then the next, we're going to crochet 2 single crochets So there's 1, 2, now 8 into the next, 1, 2, obviously into the next 8 single crochets, not 8 into one stitch, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have a total of 20 stitches so far. Here's going to be another increase, so we're going to single 2 into that one and 2 into the last one. 1 and 2. So now we have a total on that round of 24 single crochets. So on to round 4, we are going to go into the very first single crochet. I'm having problems seeing here because, again, dark yarn. So going into your first single crochet, slip stitch, chain 1, and we're going to single crochet all the way around for a total of 24 single crochets in that round. And we're going to do this is round 4, so we're going to do round 4, 5, and 6, and I will meet you back at the end of round 6 to continue. Okay, I'm done with round 6, and you should still have 24 single crochets. For round 7, okay, slip stitch into the first single crochet, chain 1, and we are going to single crochet into the same stitch. Now, if you are making the right hand, you're going to go on for 18 more stitches for a total of 19 stitches. So 19 all the way around, and I'm not going to do that on camera because I haven't gotten, anyway, I'm just not. You'll understand. So I'm going to chain 1, and no matter the hand, you're definitely going to single crochet 1. Just remember, if you are doing the right hand, you're going to single crochet 19, chain 2, skip 4, and single crochet. You'll understand whenever you get there, but I'm going to do the left hand right here. So we already single crocheted 1 into here. Now I'm going to chain 2 and skip 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. And going into the next stitch, I'm going to single crochet 1 right there. So whenever you get done with this one and you're working on your next, just rewind back so you'll understand why I said for the other one you're going to go 19. Because what you're going to do on the other one is you're going to single crochet 19 across. And I'm going to pretend for a second that this is the other one, but you're going to do the same thing. Let's say that's 19 for the other hand. Now I'm going to, after 19 single crochets total, I'm going to chain 2 and skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and single crochet into the next one. And then at the end of that, Either way, with either hand you're making, you're going to have, well, on that one, let me take a moment here. Either hand you're doing, you're going to have 19 stitches, your chain 2, skip 4, and single crochet in whatever is left at the end. Either way, you are going to have a total of 22 stitches total. But again, since I'm working on the, I know which hand I'm working on, I'm just confused. So now I'll have how many ever. I'm working on the left hand. I'm sorry, I know I'm all over the place, but that's just how I am. So either way, crochet all the way around once you've got your thumb opening, and you will have a total of 22 stitches. I hope that makes sense. 22, and I'll be back and I promise the rest of it is easy peasy. Okay, I'm back after round 7, and just in case anybody is confused, I know you only did 20 single crochets total, but your chain 2, that also, you know, that counts as 2 stitches, so that will be a total of 22. So moving on to the round 8. I'm sorry, I had a brain moment here. Slip stitch into the very first single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into that same stitch. Okay, now where your 2 single crochets are, no matter where you're at, you're going to single crochet just 1 into that one and single crochet into the next single crochet, and you're going to single crochet all the way around for a total of 22 single crochets, and that will complete round 8. And then you're going to go round 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 5 more rows after round 8. So that will be rounds 9 through 13. And I will be back after I complete my 13th round. Hopefully. Okay, if you're happy with the size of it, go ahead and forward to the end of this. If you want it just a little bit smaller, wait a minute. If you're happy with the size of it, go ahead at the end of round 13, slip stitch, and now go ahead and finish off. But if it's just a little bit too big, forward to the end of the video and I'll show you how to make it a little smaller. But if you want it a little bit smaller than what it's going to be, go ahead and do this, what I'm going to do now. So we did our slip stitch, and we're going to chain 1. Now working in the back loop only, we're going to do an invisible single crochet, single invisible decrease. That's hard for me to say. So back loop only, go in, pull up a loop, do it on the next one, back loop only, and pull it through both of these loops. And now that's 1 decrease. And I thought about maybe doing it on the front, but I'm sticking to my pattern. It's not going to be too obvious, not to me anyway. So in the next regular, going through both loops, we're going to go 7 single crochets. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, Sorry, I'm having to grab more yarn and I just got tangled on something. 5, 6, my yarn wants to split, and 7. I'm having issues tonight. It's late. So now we are going to do 2 more decreases. So back loop only, back loop only. That's 1 single decrease, and now we're going to do 1 more. So there's 1 in the back loop, 1 in the back loop, and pull through both. Now single crochet regular style both loops through the next 7. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now you should have 2 single open spaces remaining, which is going to be our last decrease. 1, 2, that's it. That is the end of round 14. And I'm looking at my pattern to make sure. Okay, now you should have 18 stitches on there if I did it right. I know I did. It's just I'm nervous on camera. So if you like that, go ahead and pull up a long string. Not as long as what I usually do. I have a really bad habit of going overboard. But I'd rather have too much than not enough. And whoops, of course, like I said, I had a yarn split. So go ahead and pull that through. Now for the others, like I said, if that's fine for you, you could go ahead and finish off. But if you wanted it a little bit smaller, which even with my increase, I do want mine a little smaller. So this is what I'm going to do. For my finish off, I'm going through back loops only. Okay. And I'm just going to sew that around. And then I'm going to go into the next one. Pull that on around. And into the next. And pull that on around. And I'm going to go all the way across. But before I do, I'm going to go ahead and show you. These are the ones that I originally tried to do on camera. So this is going to be the difference in size. I'm just going to put that over. Try and get it as even as I can just to show you. It's only going to be a little tiny bit more snug, but it's going to be. And once I get done sewing, then I will be right back to show how I finish it off. So it'll give it, in my opinion, a little bit of a cleaner look, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've gone all the way around, and well, I showed you before, and I can't show you again, but you saw how it's shrunk up just a little bit, but not much. But for that cleaner look, I'm going to go in, instead of going around the top, I'm going down the side, and I'm just going to sew one there, and one beneath that, one beneath the next one, and one beneath the next one. And because this is for a kid, and we all know how careful they are with things, I'm going to go back up where I just sewed in and out through the top. Now I'm going to cut that I know there's a little bit left here, but give that a little tug. Now I'll go ahead and trim off the itty bitty little fuzzball piece. And try not to cut my work. And there you have it. Now you can go make the other one, which will be for the right hand. I'm having a look here because, again, you can barely see the seam. And like I say, if this is for the right hand, you're going to, it's not that noticeable, but I notice it. So now you can rewind back to the beginning and make your other one, which is what I'm going to do right now. And also, if you would like, you can turn this inside out. I'm just not going to. I'm going to leave it as is because I don't want to stretch it out. I know a lot of people, whenever they're done with things, they turn them inside out. But I'm not, because I don't want it to stretch. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Hit the little bell. And I appreciate each and every one of you for watching and helping me. I appreciate it. God bless you all. Have a great day, great night, great whatever it is in your life. Thanks. Bye.